We're live. Yeah. Time zone problems. Hey, Tony or Grant or someone, can you hear us? I'm using these wireless microphones, and I don't know if they're, I don't know if they're working.
Testing, 1, 2. Testing.
Let me see. Yes? No?
Hello. Oh, that says something.
Yeah, we got thumbs up. Okay, we're good.
Hello, Emma.
We're good. Yeah, sorry we're late.
Well, we're not really sorry.
I'm sorry. I had a plan, but this is like...
We had the time right yesterday, and then when we did the maths this morning, we didn't have the time right because we were working off whatever time is 11 a.m. at home because we knew, mind you, the people in the chat here didn't do Murph, but that's what we were working around, the people doing Murph this morning.
Yeah, who did Murph? Anyone? Eilish?
Silence.
Look, it's my Yosemite commemorative koozie. They're called koozies because,
You also got one from Buc-ee's. If you don't know what that is, I'm sure we'll show you a picture later.
Yeah.
And we've been picking up koozies everywhere.
Yeah, Franklin's Barbecue. It's going off.
I ate pancakes instead. Nikita. That would have been a great pre or post workout feed.
So if you've been watching our videos, we're very far behind. I think we've what have we done? We've posted up to Mexico City, and that was a month ago. No.
What is what you do on the way to the fridge?
Huh? It's what you do. I don't know. I clicked the wrong thing. What are you talking about, Tony? It's what you do on the way to the fridge. Yeah, I don't know.
Grant's English.
Grant, I done Murph.
As in you had sex with Murph.
You should have dropped in. Huh? What does that mean, Grant? I don't understand. Anyway. So in the last month after Mexico City, we've done a lot of stuff. We just haven't had time to edit videos. Yeah, it's hard to look at this. Yeah. We got camera, we got a laptop, we got iPad, another laptop. We got a lot of stuff going on.
Read the comment above it.
That's exercise. Exercise is what you do on the way to the fridge. Okay, I get it. Tony, your profile picture is very funny and accurate.
Tony, also, just for reference, you got one of your comments pulled up on Savan's podcast the other day for free, and Justin's been paying every day, and he's been missing them all.
Yeah, exactly. So you're winning.
I saw your thing, get off my digital lawn, come up, and I was like, what the hell?
So yeah, what are we?
Where are we starting with Mexico?
Well, yeah.
What happened?
Oh no. Hey.
Stream with audio only.
Looks like your camera unplugged. Hang on, we're coming back. We're coming back.
Nikita, this is what it'll be like. Teething issues.
Yeah, what is happening here? We're coming back.
Nash says, fix it.
We're working on it. We're doing it. What has happened here?
Can you just use the laptop camera?
Yeah, I can.
Setup's too serious.
Okay.
What's that say?
Hang on.
It webcam.
Yeah, and then start cam. What happened? And then
That's the laptop now.
That's the laptop. We're on the laptop camera. It's not good. You come back dressed different. We don't have any other clothes.
They're all stained with sunscreen.
But yeah, I don't know what happened there. There we go. We're on the fancy camera, but look, if that happens again, we'll just switch back to the laptop. All right. So we spent, after Mexico City, we spent 2 weeks in Playa del Carmen. Actually, we spent a couple of days on an island called Isla Mujeres. It's like a tourist island.
Justin has to say the name of that one because
you can say it.
I struggled. You'll see that in the video when it finally comes out.
But yeah, the island. Where's the island?
There was a lot of GoPro footage of the island.
But I've basically just got all of our stuff on this thing. So this is kind of like a slideshow that your grandparents would show you after a trip, and you'd hate it. And that's what we're doing. So
yeah,
sorry about that.
Be happy.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like an island. This is where we were. Oh, can you guys hear that? Sounds loud. We were on this place for 2 days. Oh. We went scuba diving, and there were birds. Whoa, so loud. Someone tell me, can you guys hear the sound, or is there no sound? We did swim and we saw turtles. We had to wear these waist life jackets. Check this out. Look at that. They only go around your waist. They were the coolest life jackets you've ever seen.
We were trying to work out why the top half of our bodies got sunburnt, but our backs, like lower backs, didn't get sunburnt. That's why. They can hear the sound from the...
Yeah, sorry about the sound. I'll try and mute them if we can. But yeah, it was basically a island with the bluest, clearest water you've ever seen. And there were turtles, but I know Yelena might be able to pull up some of the turtle footage. We actually snorkeled with turtles in the wild. That was definitely a highlight. Otherwise, this was just a tourist island with lots of boats, lots of birds. And the beaches were actually really nice. The beaches were the nicest beaches we've seen, other than maybe LA and whatnot. Why won't that get out of the way?
You just drag it along.
Drag what along?
I think you can hold down on that and drag it along. Oh.
I don't think so. Yeah, see? Isla Mujeres. Is this what happens when you learn to podcast with? Yeah, look, I don't know. This is not working well. Our camera's gone again. We'll just use this camera. There we go. Stupid camera. Anyway, we're on that island for a while, 2 days. And then we did some scuba diving. You got some scuba diving?
My computer's frozen.
And what camera were we using? When? On the island?
Right now.
The iPhone and the Leica? Here's some sunset photos from the island. Oh, the camera now is the Osmo Pocket 3, and for some reason it's not loving life. It keeps turning itself off, so we're just going to use this laptop, and now I'll tilt it towards Yelena so she's actually in the shot.
I've got the turtle.
Why is this doing that? Look, check it out. It's like squishing her. It's sharing the screen. She looks a little wider on your screen than she does on our screen. Haley wants to know if you're on TV. We are. We're on your TV, Haley.
Hi, Haley.
Hi, Haley.
Oh, where's the camera?
Yeah, why do you look so wide? That's unfortunate.
You're calling me a turtle, Eilish?
There's definitely something. There's definitely something going on.
It's a fish out of water
with these photos. I don't know. Let's see if we can remove that screen and reshare it.
Nikita said, I was just thinking, can I be Beaver next time? Well, doesn't seem as easy as...
It's definitely not as easy as you think it would be, but hey, by all means. Try this. Does that work?
Kaylee's waving back.
No, it doesn't work. All right, we'll remove that. Sharing a screen is actually quite difficult.
Can I? Nash and Haley can chat via comments.
Yeah, they can have a chat while I'm trying to figure out how this screen sharing works. Anyway, hey, what are you guys doing? What's going on for everyone's day off? Tell me in the chat while I try and get this screen to work. Yeah, it just doesn't look quite right, does it? It's all stretchied.
Oh, you're trying to fix that.
Yeah, I'm trying to. It looks all squished, don't you think? You're all squished up. Yeah, it's fun watching me struggle, Grant. Sorry. It just doesn't look right.
Yeah, Jim, you did full depth squats.
Good job, Jimbo.
Well done. Always watching. Quinny says hi, hey. Okay, kids, who wants to say hello to each other?
Maybe the kids should just get on the... Hey, you know what we should do? We can send any of you guys a link and you can actually get on here with us. That'd be fun. Come on, Tony, join the podcast.
Shots fired.
Who's coming on? Who wants a link? Well, this is fun. We went to a gym in Playa del Carmen, and why does that play button stay up there? That's ugly. Anyway, there's nothing I can do about that. And we ran around and did weight vested stuff. But this gym, this was nuts. Look at this. There were lizards. There were lizards in the walls. Let me find them. So up here, there's lizards. So while we were doing these weird body weight workouts, yeah. Check this guy out. They just live in the walls of the gym.
Jim said you need to hit play and then move your mouse to remove it. There you go. It's done.
I'll move your mouse, Jim.
Press space does that play to get rid of the play button.
No, pressing space doesn't work. But yeah, so we were exercising in this gym, which was under the stairs of like a soccer field or a running track or something.
So Nikita asked, was the WOD briefed in Spanish? So this wasn't a CrossFit gym. This was a gym that a guy that we went to the conference with goes to every day. And it was very much, it was old school CrossFit, but they weren't CrossFit anymore.
Ooh, check out that rig. How nice is that? What an angle.
And nothing was really briefed, and the workout was not a workout that you would expect to see.
It was
fucking weird.
The workout was brutal.
Can you zoom in on that?
Oh, on this?
Because that's the workout.
I don't think I can zoom in. Nah, I can't zoom in on that. But yeah, there was GHDs. It was rough. But yeah, these guys, just all through the wall while we were exercising, they were just watching us.
Jim said content about your stomach.
Yeah, totally. The stomach was good.
They were originally a CrossFit gym, though, I'm sure of it, based off the stuff they had there.
Look at him. Everywhere.
Nikita, we did, if Justin goes back to the start of the video, probably, we can probably remember. But it started with like 100-something stair run, which just, I think, meant go up and back up and down the stairs. And then just into ridiculous things like 80 lunge steps.
Here you go. It was called Chaleco.
300. Can you pause it?
Hang on.
Stop there. Hold that.
So 300 steps outside.
So it was in Spanish.
200 mountain climbers, 100.
Despacito.
Fuck, what were they?
Lunges.
Lunges?
Like distance, maybe.
And then Cossack squats, and then 60 push-ups, 40 GHD sit-ups, 20 pull-ups, 10 rig dips, and then a 400-meter backwards run.
Around an actual running track. The funniest thing was at the start, the guy was like, pop a weight vest on if you want.
Yeah.
What?
Like, no. How many Coronas? I had 19 after we got home. Oops. Oh.
Sorry, I did that by accident. Option space for stupid max for play. What?
Anyway, so Playa del Carmen's very touristy. We didn't have the best time there. It was okay, but we didn't have a great time. You didn't love it.
I didn't.
We had some good tacos, but other than that, it was very touristy.
Very expensive.
Expensive.
I guess I went in with the perception that it was going to be quite like Bali in terms of the prices of things and the food being like, not like, a quarter of the price of what you'd expect to pay, but cheaper than what you would think it would be in Australia. And we got there and the prices were pretty much the same as what they have been in the US, which means that everything was like twice as expensive as what we're used to because the exchange rate was also like playing a factor in that.
Mm.
Yes, run backwards, Eilish.
It was a legit run backwards for 400 meters. I walked it. Fuck that. Then we went to Tulum because we had this thing where it felt like you had to visit the ruins.
And because we didn't want to sit on a bus for 3 hours to Chichén Itzá and then 5 hours of touristy things and then 3 hours home on the bus, we decided to go to the closer Mayan ruins.
Oops.
Uh-oh. That's my screen now, is it? Inception.
What is happening?
Well, while we're here.
Hang on, guys. We've got some problems. Technical difficulties.
Do we get an hour taco making video? No, unfortunately not. We didn't do any of that. Best taco, as in that we've ever had in our life, Grant? Probably, but only if you went with the locals to the right taco stand.
Mm.
And they spoke Spanish to them so that you didn't get charged $8 a taco for a $1 taco.
Yeah, it was weird. The taco situation took a little bit of getting used to. What the?
You got it back?
Yeah, but I can't get over here.
It popped up in the corner down there.
Look. Highly recommended tours, Eilish. I don't think we did a single tour that we liked. We did this tour to Tulum where we saw these ruins that I can't show you because look, we're having a lot of problems with this podcast.
How is that attached to that?
Yeah, I don't know. Let me just get rid of that while we figure this out. And yeah, it was very touristy. The tours were very touristy. The only tour that we really enjoyed was the Mexico tour where we took public transport out to the middle of nowhere and went on the cable car. That was pretty fun.
I tell you, no. So in Mexico City, we did a taco tour around the city. That was good.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did the Iztapalapa tour on the cable cars.
Yeah, both of those were pretty good.
And then when we went to the Isla Mujeres, the swimming with the turtles tour was good. And outside of that, the rest of the tours have been very touristy. Drive you around, move you on, drive you around, move you on. So we haven't really done that many since then because they suck.
Yeah. Best taco flavor, texture, value, I meant. You go.
We didn't really explore that many different taco flavors. I tell you what.
Most of the tacos taste the same. It's like same but different. Yeah. If they're good. They were all basically the same. But most of them were pork, if they were good, beef. Pork or beef, but mostly pork.
And when the better ones are the ones that they shave off the
rotisserie thing.
Yeah, whatever
like
that's
a
called.
kebab, and that was pastor.
Corn, not flour tortilla, about this big, not this big, or like wrap size, like little. And I think that when we went with the locals in Playa del Carmen, they were $1.50 a taco, and anywhere else we went, I don't think we paid less than $3.50 a taco, and that's about $7 Australian, isn't it?
Fucking coffees in Mexico are outrageously expensive. They suck, and they're the same prices. Anyway,
right.
The same price as US coffees, which also suck, but we've had a couple of good ones. But in Mexico, nothing was good. They were the worst shit coffees you've ever had, and they were $7 to $10 Australian. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm. And to answer your question, Eilish, what are the cocktails like? I haven't had that many because they've all been very expensive. Like the cocktails are $20 US here, and that's at least 30 Australian dollars, and I just can't justify paying that for a cocktail. There was one place on the island of women that it was 2 for 1, so we took the option of having margaritas there, and they were actually really good. But if it wasn't for that 2 for 1, we wouldn't have paid for cocktails. We would continue to buy beers that have been most of the time $6 to $8 a can, which is still pricey. I think we got lucky a couple of times and they were under $5 a can.
Do locals drink coffee? I mean, unless they're rich, I don't think they're drinking like Starbucks and shit. They're drinking 7-Eleven coffee, which is what we ended up drinking. So we're basically locals.
They don't drink it in the way we drink coffee, that's for sure.
That is for sure.
Are the cans bigger? Jim, yes, some of them were.
Cans of what?
Beer, I'm assuming he's asking, but he might be talking about boobs.
He's talking about the... look, some of them were. I don't know.
I haven't seen many fake ones while we've been here, though.
The CrossFit ones. CrossFit cans? What are you talking about, Jim? You okay? Did Murph fuck you up? Please confirm. You're saying are the cans, the CrossFit cans of beer? What? Beer cans, there's some bigger and some smaller, similar to Australia.
Like the ones we got at the West Coast, is that what you mean? The CrossFit ones? Like the West Coast classic beer? There are a lot of those big cans. Right. I think if you're in Australia, you'd be buying long necks. That would be the equivalent.
They were about 700 ml. So they were big cans, but they were still $30. So that also sucked.
Grant speaks Jim's language. Look at that picture Grant's got.
Oops.
Grant, I didn't get a chance to point out your other display picture for Justin. He hasn't had a chance to see the... whatever that thing was you taught me about.
We got there, Jimbo. We got there. This is Yelena, also wider. Miserable. Why are you so wide? This screen thing Maybe fucking you can sucks.
Bring something like here. Press this one.
No. Wow. We're really bad at podcasting. Hey, there we are. No.
Oh, well, just is what it is.
It is what it is. But yeah, that...
Oh, you took it off. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
know why. It's a disposable camera photo.
Yeah, I don't know why. Hey, I think that was taking a $10,000 camera. Anyway, getting back to the story. The ruins at Tulum, they were touristy and they sucked. It was just full of people everywhere. We miss you too, Gigi. So yeah, Mexico was great fun, but we actually had a lot more fun once we got to Austin in Texas, which is this it? No, this is still Mexico. Oh yeah, we dropped in another gym in Mexico. That was in the video. Blah blah blah.
Oh, I commented and it came up as you.
Oh.
There you go. Have a look at that picture.
Oh, you suck, Grant. Grant, that's mean.
Are the dogs on the roof? In Mexico, they were.
Yeah, they were on the roof.
There were lots of dogs on the roof. Roof.
Is that here? Oh yeah, and there was this giant gym dog in Mexico. Look at this pooch.
Oh yeah.
We walked into the gym and he just started barking at us. It was a little scary, but he's just a big
Nikita
softy.
asks, are the locals pretty fluent in English, or did you need to use a lot of Google Translate? Pretty much all of them speak English, but I think if they don't want to, they pretend like they don't.
Yeah, especially in Mexico City, there was actually not a lot of English, but you could figure it out.
But
yeah.
We said to someone in Playa del Carmen, like there was a lot of non-English speaking Mexicans in Mexico City, and they looked at us like that's not a thing.
Yeah.
They all speak English. But we didn't have many people try and continue assisting us with asking them for things until we got to like what was that area in Mexico City called? Like the rich area where we went to CrossFit.
Polanco,
I
think. Yeah.
And when we got there, everyone spoke to us in English. No one no one started with Mexican there, but they were all Mexican.
Let's see. This looks like this is when we got to Austin. Maybe. Whole Foods. We went to Whole Foods. Hang on. How to find this? We went to Whole Foods in Austin, which is a supermarket. And where is it? Where is it? In the back of the supermarket, there's a bar.
It wasn't the first time we went to Whole Foods.
No, but
keep scrolling.
Yeah, but that was the baseball. To a baseball game. We'll get to that. This is the best part.
Well, then you've scrolled past it.
Maybe I have. Anyway, sorry, I've ruined everything.
Eilish says, are they banned in the UK now? I don't know what we're talking about anymore.
No idea what you're talking about.
Dogs on roofs?
Oh, dogs on roofs.
I don't know.
I did have a video of dogs on roofs. Oh yeah, here we go. Check this out. Look at this. This is a supermarket. I'm browsing like the cold food aisle after I got a beer from the bar. It was the best.
Mind you, Justin saw this guy walking around the supermarket with his kid with a shopping basket and a beer in his hand. He's like, that guy's got a beer. Should I go ask him where he got the beer from? And he was very friendly. And he was like, yeah, man, just go down the back and around the corner and over there. And you can sit there and eat some food and drink wine or beer if you want, or you can carry it around while you do your shopping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was great.
Eilish said, is the supermarket reasonably priced? It was pretty reasonably priced. It was the first supermarket we went to in America when we got back from Mexico, so we didn't really have a baseline. But since being here a little while now, everything is priced the same. Whole Foods are meant to be organic foods only, but have been bought out by Amazon.
Yeah.
And so it seems to be, from what we have read, that it's less organic now, but still the prices are higher as if you're paying for organic food.
Yeah. And the other thing is, it's like that was their head office. So it was probably the biggest and best Whole Foods in the country because they're testing everything out. So I don't know how many of them have bars, but this one definitely had a bar.
To answer your question, Nikita, I think only in this Texas one, because it was like the HQ of Whole Foods. It was like the biggest one. The guy behind the bar reminded me so much of Sammy Storer.
He was on another planet, but he was having a great time serving everybody. He showed me he poured me a beer. He told me about you could go upstairs and like look out over the town while you drink your beer at Whole Foods, because he was like, that's what I like to do on my lunch break, man. And then he showed me a disc golf course that we should go and play at, that we didn't play at. It was Yeah, it was a fun time. And then in Austin, we saw the coolest band I've ever seen live, where the singer didn't go on the stage once. That's sweet sax. Anyway, it was cool. It was a fucking cool band. Definitely the highlight of Austin for me. What was the highlight of Austin for you? Ooh, actually.
Oh. Well, we did go to a comedy mothership, so...
Oh, I was thinking about Franklin's barbecue. Oh. Actually, Austin was pretty good. There's a lot of highlights.
Yeah. I think Austin had a lot of things that we wanted to see as, like, I guess not tourist things, but things that people associate with that you don't get access to in Australia. So Austin ticks some boxes for, like, I guess in the same way the West Coast Classic ticks some boxes because we got to meet a bunch of people that we watch on YouTube. So Nikita wants to know, did you ride a bull in an Austin bar? I didn't see any bulls in the bars in Austin, but we did see that in Nashville. And no, we didn't do any of that. But we did the, I don't know if you've got any of that on there. We did like the pedal bar tour with a group.
Nashville. Oh, we're skipping a long way.
Oh, we can come back. I just wanted to, there was a group of 21-year-old girls on our pedal bar tour, and Justin felt so old. And when we got to one of the bars there, they had a go at the bull riding stuff, but no, did not.
But it's so far.
We'll come back to Austin. Go back, yeah.
I don't even know. I don't know where we are.
But Austin's where we first started driving on the wrong side of the road.
Oh, yeah, that's where we got the car. Driving on the wrong side of the road sucks. It took a while to get used to it.
Yes, Grant. Grant's changed his picture again.
Yes, we
nice pecs, Jim.
We were old.
Yes, Justin was double their age. But they were lovely. One girl asked me at the end after we'd had all of our drinks, do you do CrossFit?
Yeah, she did.
So that was nice.
Oh, yeah, that was...
And Grant, did you ride a bull to a bar in Austin? Is it like Australians and riding kangaroos? We were videoing squirrels and deers at one point going, is this how you tell who the tourists are? They're taking photos of the American versions of kangaroos.
Just so you know, because it's really pissing me off, but all these pictures, we're definitely not much fatter than we were when we left. It's stretching them out.
It's okay because
I can't figure out why it's doing that.
Tony said we've got the Colin Mertens filter.
Yeah, I know. We're SpongeBob SquarePants. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Did we have a Rivian? No, we got an Uber. We just picked a random Uber, and the guy picked us up in a Rivian, and the thing was off its head. It was so fast and so fucking cool inside. I want one. We've seen, I don't know, 10 Cybertrucks cruising around as well. There's a lot of electric cars here. Teslas here are like Camrys in Australia. They're everywhere. Supersize you. Okay. What was I going? Oh yeah, we went to the Comedy Mothership and it was really good. We saw a ton of big comedians. Theo Vaughn come out.
He was working on
new material.
Yeah,
he was just trying to figure out new stuff, and it was hilarious. We saw him twice in one night because we went to 2 shows.
We bought tickets to a show that was available, and then after buying those tickets, like the next day, a post went up saying that they're adding extra shows, and you could buy tickets to a Joe Rogan headline show or a Theo Vaughn headline show. And we both got on at the same time and tried to buy tickets for separate ones, and sold out within 10 seconds. But we were lucky enough that Justin's computer got us through to Joe Rogan tickets, because in the end, it's the same people at both shows, but one person does a longer show at the end, the headliner. So we actually got a nice long like well presented, probably recently filmed Joe Rogan comedy special, maybe.
This is the Rivian Jimbo. Check it out. It's fancy. Look at the screen. It's like a laptop. Look at that sunroof.
It was pretty weird.
It was a pretty fancy car. Like,
and the guy just really enjoyed taking it from 0 to whatever speed he was going in the fastest amount.
Every time he took off from the lights, it was like full speed.
Did you mute it because it's so loud? She wants to know, why did you mute the video?
It's electric. It's not very loud at all. Austin was a cool city, but then we picked up a car and we attempted to drive. Oh, this is what I said. Look at this. This is a street legal car in Texas. It had a full roll cage and like turbos and shit, but you can drive whatever you want in Texas. It's fucking awesome.
Eilish wants to know if we can discuss in Mexico. We actually weren't in Mexico when those toes appeared. That was our one night stopover in Santa Monica.
Leave my toes alone. Nikita, is Austin where the games will be? No, they'll actually be in Fort Worth, which is next to Dallas. Dallas and Fort Worth are kind of one big city. And we did go to Dallas. We dropped in. This is after we exactly this. We picked up our car. Hang on. We drove through all of these places. We went to a Buc-ee's, which is which is a giant truck stop where we got this Buc-ee's thing.
Buc-ee's is like a chain of petrol station truck stops in Texas.
See here, Fort Worth, but Dallas and Fort Worth are the same thing. We went to CrossFit, D-Town CrossFit. Mm-hmm. This is where...
That was a good gym.
That was a great gym.
They also hosted a competition this weekend. We turned up to this class 1 minute before it started. We couldn't buy drop-in passes online. The guy was lovely. Class started late because of us.
Yeah, we made an entire class start late, probably a class of 20 people at least. And no one picked on us.
So bad.
We felt bad because we knew what we were doing. But yeah, Dallas and Fort Worth are basically the same city, but the games will be hosted in Fort Worth.
The pound to kilo conversion, I've actually got a pretty good idea of from all of the programming changes that I've made with Mayhem, because they all come in pounds and I change them to kilos. But it's nice to not know what you're lifting and just go by feel, and everything we've probably done around feels like 60%. So it doesn't matter what the weights are, we're just lifting light. But yeah, I could reel a couple of weights off the top of my head. It gets hard when you add weight. So you're building and you're like, okay, Justin's got 60 kilos on there right now. And then we add another plate. We're like, this is the only gym we've been to that had coloured bumpers. Everyone else has black bumpers.
This gym was without a doubt the nicest fit out I've ever seen at a gym. Even today. And we actually... Proven was pretty nice.
Yeah, Mayhem was pretty nice.
Mayhem was pretty nice, but the person, whoever fitted this out, has put a lot of effort into, like, where can we... This poor guy. Is he dying? Yeah, he was dying. It was a tough workout.
He was lovely. He was the only person who spoke to us in that class, though.
Yeah, he gave us a lot of love. Texas.
And then I asked him, actually, at the end of class, I said, what's the coach's name? I forgot. And he's like, I don't know.
So, like, they had all this signage, like laser cut signs on windows. Look at this. Imagine how many deers had to die to make this chandelier of dead deer antlers.
That's actually pretty common. I saw that in a lot of other not CrossFit gyms, but other businesses while we were rolling around.
Like the whole area we enter had all these cool old couches. There was a bike hanging up. I don't know why that was there. Old couches.
I think that last video fans across to that American flag pillow that you were like.
Does it?
Oh, maybe not.
Maybe not. Just shows the chandelier.
Deers drop their antlers every year.
Do they?
There you go. Thanks,
do
Grant.
they really, Grant? Is that true? Or do they drop their antlers when someone shoots them in the face with a massive gun?
Look at Grant and Eilish just like, we know stuff.
What else? Yeah, check this. Like, this is just part of the area. It's got this giant fan thing with a mirror and more signage and more leather couches. Everything's got laser cut D-Town CrossFit in it. These cool boards to show what other members have been able to achieve. The gym's huge, heaps of equipment. Yeah, it was very fucking cool. We went back the next day. That's how cool it was.
They also told us we could come back for free the next day, so that was a big okay, we don't have to pay.
Yeah, we're trying to save money because a drop-in's like 20 to 30 US, which is like 35 to 50 Australian for a drop-in. We're almost broke. If you guys could send us some money.
So the most expensive drop-in we did cost us $48 each, and that was a $30 US drop-in. So the conversion must have been terrible that day. And I think the cheapest one we've gone to has been Mayhem for $20 US, and that was about 37. Does that sound right?
The brief, Grant, are you asking about the briefs? I've just been wearing regular underwear, like just my normal boxer briefs. I don't know what anyway.
Mm-hmm. It's been 50-50, Grant. Some gyms are like give you information, some gyms just go off you go. That one in particular, D-Town, probably did it the closest to how we would, like their classes were the closest to our classes. I haven't heard many gyms give intended stimulus to their class. We were talking about that the other day. Probably D-Town and Proven were the only ones that said, ideally, you're getting this far into this workout, or this work should take this amount of time. But no one else has said that. They've just said, here's the workout, off you go. When we did Murph Prep Monday at Mayhem, I hated that class so much.
Well, yeah, we don't have much footage from it, but the guy basically said, he goes, all right, y'all. Murph Prep Monday. America. You just do whatever you need to do in the next 10 minutes to mentally and emotionally prepare yourself for this workout, and then we'll get it going. And that was it. That was his brief.
And so Mayhem's massive.
I fucking loved it.
There was 30 people in the class. There were rigs everywhere. It's hard to know whether or not you're allowed to use any rig space around the gym, or whether you've got to be restricted to one area because it's open gym versus not open gym versus whatever else it might.
Grant.
Whatever else.
Do Atlas
Get off your phone.
Sorry, Grant, text me. Shedding is a natural. Okay.
Anyway, and then I was like, I don't feel like doing pull-ups. My shoulder feels funny. It's a lot of volume. I'll just do ring rows. And I started warming up on these rings that I saw on the rig. And some guy was like, are you going to use those? And I was like, not if you are. And then I didn't know what to do after that point. And because it was a case of their rings live in a tub off to the side and you put them up as you need them. And I was just like, oh, this is so overwhelming. There's so many people here. And I don't know where to go because there's too much going on.
You know the most confusing part? It was Murph Prep Monday, so it was like a 200-meter run.
Yeah, that's what
10, 20, 30? What was it? 200-meter one, 10, 20, 30? Or 5, 10, 15?
10, 20, 30. 200 it was like 10 rounds for time.
10 rounds for time, 200-meter run, 10 pull-ups, 20 push-ups, 30 air squats.
Yep.
The most confusing thing was they've got so many air runners. Everyone started getting their own air runners out, and we're like, do we run on an air runner? Do we run outside? Like, what's the deal? That people, they would have had easily 15 air runners, maybe more.
15 people in our class used air runners, there would have been at least another 10 people just running outside in the running track.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was just like, oh yeah, you just grab an air runner if you want. Like,
I tell you what though, we did Murph Prep Monday with Mayhem, and there was a lot of poor movement.
Yeah.
And then we did Murph at a gym on Memorial Day, and there was a lot of poor movement. I don't mind poor movement if you're working towards good movement, but these people had weight vests on doing Murph.
There was a drop in at Mayhem wearing a weight vest, and he beat everybody in the class, and he didn't do a single squat. So, fuck you, drop in guy. Nah, I don't care. Anyway, the picture that's up on here is Globe Life Stadium in Dallas, we went to see a Rangers game.
Yeah, we thought we were going to minor league.
We thought we were going to minor
baseball.
league. Yeah, we went to major league, and it's actually it's the team that won the World Series last year or something. So
yes.
Exactly.
Anyway, they lost, so it wasn't very exciting.
Exactly as Grant says, yay sports. We went to see the world champions and they didn't win. So, but other than that, we did.
It was kind of funny because we were sitting with like you can imagine at the AFL, a group of Auskicker kids would get tickets to a game and they would all go as like a giant group of children, and somehow our seats were in amongst all of those children.
30 kids.
But we learned a bit from them because they were doing chants and I guess they were talking about stuff too. So we kind of knew what was happening.
Yeah, but yeah, it was. Oh, there was a Mexican wave.
Oh, it was nothing like Torian's Mexican wave. It was terrible.
It was less impressive than Torian. Anyway, this was my hot dog. It was fucking $10 US, so like 1,000 Australian dollars. I get it. It was wrapped in foil, and I get it up to open it up and eat it, and I'm like, well, we're at the baseball. We might as well spend $20 on a hot dog and eat it. It was fucking dry as a chip. There was nothing in there.
Whip it out back in your seat and you realise it's got fucking nothing on it. It was called a jumbo hot dog.
That's a jumbo hot dog.
Barely bigger than my dick. I wouldn't say jumbo. Thoughts? Nachos.
We've had a lot of nachos.
Look.
Turns out you're meant to put your own condiments on it when you buy it from a different stand.
Put my own condiments on my dick.
So all the condiments were available. We just didn't know that. And by the time we walked all the way back up all of the stairs, we didn't want to go back down there to add anything to the hot dog. It's pretty disappointing.
That was a fucking, that was, now I know how girls feel when they think they're going to get a jumbo and they end up getting a whatever I've got. Only one way to measure a hot dog. What's this? This is us back at D-Town doing some more workouts.
All we've done when we drop in.
Look, this is me not looking fat.
Power cleans.
Or is it?
Burpees.
Yeah, we've done a lot of.
No snatches. Oh, well, I guess you're doing dumbbell snatches there, but it was single arm devil's press.
But yeah, cool gym. Check it out. America. I can love it. It's a giant American flag pillow. What else? Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is crazy. Imagine something the size of Big W, but it's actually just a service station.
Like imagine if Big W had a mascot and then they sold merchandise based around their mascot.
There were people everywhere. They had brisket sandwiches and just like people in cowboy hats packing up hot dogs and shit. It was nuts. And what else? Then we ended up in
a food truck place. That wasn't great either.
That doesn't matter. We ended up in Nashville.
Show us Yosemite photos. Slow down, Grant. We're not there yet.
You want a couple of Yosemite photos just to. But they're going to be all squished. I fucking hate this thing. Why is it squishing it? Anyway, it's not going to do it justice because the photos are going to be squishy. I need to figure out how to show them better.
Can you press this button here?
Mm-hmm. This one?
Yep. Oh, that's
not
what I thought it was.
No, because then it's... Oh, yeah.
Oops.
You got me.
Can you zoom in a little more?
You talk to the people while I see what I can figure out.
Can we talk about the semi-final? Yeah, what do you want to know, Nikita? We were this far away from everyone because they traipsed them up and down the stairs. It would be very cool at the games back in the day if they were there. The semi-finals itself, though, West Coast Classic, felt like the first year of Torian, Nikita, when Eliza and I competed, and it was kind of like, we're at a stadium, we don't know how many people will be here, so we've got one beer stand and 2 food trucks for however many people turn up. And that's literally what they had there. They had one beer stand, not many people drinking, and 2 food trucks that just had lines around the corner the whole time, because it's obviously, one, expensive to have a stall there, but 2, no one wanted to go because they thought it would be a flop. And so the 2 people that were there probably made lots of money because there was enough people to feed. But if there had been more, it would have been better. We might have eaten there. Did you touch any athletes? We didn't touch them.
I mean,
how could they make it better? Well, I think just over time it builds. Eilish asked that question. And unfortunately, I don't think they'll go back there. I think they thought the nostalgia. I think they thought it would be.
Here we go.
It would bring people there just because it was at Carson. But maybe they didn't realise that the times have changed as well, and there's a bunch of new people who are excited about CrossFit that don't have any idea about what happened prior to Madison anyway. Tony wants to know, do the other 2 fans there like it? Well, if the other 2 fans were the Buttery Bros when we spoke to them, no. They weren't very impressed.
I mean...
Well, no. They said that they would have...
They would rather be at Torian.
They said if it wasn't in Carson, they would have been at Torian instead, because that, I think, what's the phrase? That semi-final is fire.
Mm.
How was Hiller when you told him who you were?
He's a good dude. He was very nice.
He was very lovely.
Yeah. He kept offering to pay for the camera strap that I sent him, which, you know.
Even after he'd already paid for one and not said anything about it, just ordered a strap and was just like, I'm paying for this. I paid for this.
Trying to find how
he was lovely. We met Alexis quickly too. She was not as scary in person as what she presents online, but maybe she doesn't want anyone to know that.
Look at those empty stands.
Yeah, look at that.
Cool venue though. If it was packed, it would be really fun. How do you
make that bigger?
That's what I'm trying to work out. I just need to figure out how to get rid of that sidebar.
How many people were watching?
I mean, that works, but I can't see.
During the final heat. So, Nikita, in this, does the mouse work here? Yeah. In this picture, you'll see like closest to the bottom left corner, that was sort of in front of the finish line. So those sections were pretty full. But outside of that, like obviously the other end, you've got to see past the rig. So no one was really sitting there.
No one sat in the crappy seats.
The section on the, go back one, on the left-hand side, like up towards the signage at the top there, was mostly media people.
Fuck, there was more media people than athletes and spectators. It was media everywhere.
Could you talk to any athletes like Torian, where athletes are pretty more accessible?
Look at that. That sums it up. It was hot.
It was, there's no roof. Look at that. This is out in the sun. I can't imagine what it would have been like at the games there. It would have been so hot.
This is 3 box jumps before Bill Leahy busted his Achilles, Tony. Just so you know.
Nikita, I actually think
it is
easier to talk to the athletes here at Carson than what it is at Torian, because when they're done, they just leave around the outside of the stadium, whereas at Torian, they are filtered in and out underneath the stands. So you've got more of a chance there than what we ever did in Torian, unless you happen to be outside while they were wandering around. Like there was one point where we just wandered past Colton. He was eating a banana at a table, just like, I guess, hanging out, waiting to see.
Speaking of Colton,
what was going on?
Look at him. He's half the height of James Fragg, maybe less.
She's just American. You're like,
look at his package.
American.
Jesus.
You're not allowed to do that.
Jesus, Spraggy.
The hat, Eilish, has been a pretty decent purchase so far. I didn't bring a hat over with me, so I certainly needed one. I'm thankful for it. They were also expensive.
We watched a live podcast. JR wore an American flag turtleneck, which made him look gay AF.
What did they say? He looks like
European
bike mechanic or something like that.
European bike mechanic. But yeah, so this was next to our seats, and this is where the athletes like left after each heat. So
right there,
it was, look at that. You could see the sweat bead fall off their chin as they walked past.
His teeth aren't great.
Oh, well, he's worked out hard. He's pushed his teeth out. So yeah, it was. I mean, you could get close to the action.
So we ended up sitting on day, so not Friday, on Saturday we sat where they entered, and then on Sunday we sat where they left, because you were more likely to get smiles from them when they were leaving. They were very serious walking down onto the floor, like before the events.
This guy's an up and comer. I think he might do well in the future. I can't remember his name, but you know, he's new to the sport. Sprague, big dog, coming in hot. Paddy Valney alert. Fist bump, got it.
But you can see it. Go back one. You can see in the background there, like, there doesn't look like there's many people there either.
No, there's not many people there. Colton. Sevi.
At this moment here, he looks at Justin and he goes, nice camera, bro.
That there. It looks like he hates me, but he's actually saying, nice camera, bro.
There we are.
Yeah, hang on.
You can see us in his glasses.
There's Yelena. Oh, you can't see. They can't see my cursor. Oh, yes, they can.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, there's Yelena and there's me.
He spot the Leica out of the corner of his eye.
Yeah, he likes a Leica. Brent Fikowski.
We saw Brent at the coffee shop on Monday too, and I looked up and I was like, oh, that's Brent. Justin goes, I know that guy. And he looked at us and was just like, hey.
Hey.
Trista, Bethany.
Yeah, it's awkward.
Oh, she looked straight at the camera.
Yeah, but she was high-fiving someone else. Ralphie dog.
The funniest thing,
Ariel Lowen.
Emily's boyfriend and Ariel's husband, or Emily's husband and Ariel's husband, were like one seat section away from each other, like yelling at them both at the same time. Here they are again.
Anyway, these are all pretty simple. I took this photo because I thought this was a nice way to show the attendance of the
paid Tori and Price for the tickets though to go to Carson, and we didn't question it until we got there. What else we got? Then we've skipped forward.
Yeah, of course, because someone said, "What about West Coast?"
Yeah, so no one cares about Nashville. Nah, no one cares about Cookville. We went to Mayhem. We saw Rich.
Find in Nashville. We went to Kid Rock's bar. It's pretty nuts. It's like multiple levels of just everyone in their 50s watching people rock out.
Yeah, there was a lot of older people. Eilish, do you mean when we were at Carson out in the sun all day? It was probably only 25, but it felt hotter than that. Like in the morning it was overcast, maybe it was 18 degrees, felt really good. You know, we could wear jumpers and we weren't hot or cold. And then the sun came out from behind the clouds and then we started melting. No line dancing.
No line dancing.
I didn't even see anyone line dancing.
I didn't see anyone line dancing.
I don't think they do it in the touristy areas.
Yeah. We were sort of looking for good blues bands and stuff like that. So
I do. What do you do, Tony? Not CrossFit.
All right. Where's us on the beer thing?
Oh, these two.
Drunk people. Maybe.
It's all on your phone? Are these
lager shots? Some of these haven't. Yeah, no, it's not everything.
Oh. Proven. Oh, it's before that. There it is.
Yeah.
The green stuff.
We went on a beer. What's it called?
A pedal
bike beer tour, where this jacked guy made everyone get drunk while pedaling a pedal bike thing with 21-year-olds. Hold the phone. Wombat's messaging me. Bud Light, you homo. Bud Light? Fucking, you're a homo.
Wombat, why did you text him? Why didn't you get him in the comments?
Get in the combat.
Are you
combat.
Are you so old you can't comment on YouTube? Want to know about Cookville. Tony wants to know about Rich.
We can sum it up in this photo.
It's Rich.
It's Rich. And he's a cool dude. He was very nice to us. He chatted to us for longer than we deserved. And we trained at the gym. We got almost no footage at the gym because, I don't know, it just seemed weird. But
they probably had the friendliest members, though.
It had the best vibe and the friendliest members by far. And it's fucking massive. And we saw...
Oh yeah, that was the guy in the white shirt in the background. And there's a guy in an army shirt, like a green coloured shirt in the background too. And they lifted with Justin, and they were old, but they were lovely. The guy in the white shirt at the end saw us in the coffee shop, and he was sitting down having a coffee with Rich, and he looked at us and he nodded and he said,
he beckoned us over because he knew we wanted to, see the Rich dog. But yeah, the gym was awesome. The vibe was awesome. Everyone was having fun, and the members were definitely the most friendly. Like, one of the members took this photo of us.
She made us go stand over there.
Yeah.
She's like, you have to get a photo in front of the logo. You have to. And then she said, we told her we felt awkward, like asking for pictures, because it's like going into someone's home and asking them for pictures. And she was like, oh, no, don't even worry about it. They love it.
The members also recommended where to go during the day, which was this place that you had to wade to get to. So you couldn't...
I bought some $10 water boots.
You couldn't get there without walking through like a river to get to this waterfall. And it started off like this.
Now I've got a nappy on.
And you had to just walk up through this river. And then we got there, and you could swim in it, and it was fucking great. Like, it was a little paradise just outside of Cookville. Look how happy she is.
It was pretty cold. But by the time we got there, I wanted to be cold.
Pretty sweet waterfall that you can swim in.
There was a lifeguard there too, which was a surprise.
Yeah, there was a lifeguard there. And then
just while you're searching for a new photo, Tony said, me saying I do CrossFit is like Justin saying he works.
Yeah, that's fair. I never say I work.
I forgot about that photo of Rich until after the fact. So no. There must have been a basketball ring in there. No, we did not slam dunk. Emma said Nashi wants his $19 for each dollar for swear words. And I don't recall any swear words. So
yeah, I don't recall. Sorry, Nashi.
We've all been there, Elena. I don't know what that means. Maybe cold water.
This is Elena pretending she's an Instagram influencer. Is that how it's done?
Is this what you do?
Is this it? But yeah, it was just like this paradise at the end of a long river journey. And then this is us on the way out. Ooh.
Oh, Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
They've been good in Nashville, Cookville. Where were we?
Yeah, it's a thing. Burnt Brussels sprouts.
Emma said Nashi was looking for US dollars too.
Sorry, Nashi, we can't afford US dollars.
Nashi, I heard Ian's got a few of them at the moment, so you'll have to ask him.
Yeah, we're almost broke. All right, so Nashville, we went to Proven. Proven's gym is
still new.
It's pristine. It has no character, but it has great coaching, and it is huge and pristine.
They're 4 months old, and I think that's the best way to describe it. Mayhem are old and have like a community membership base, and Proven are brand new and they're starting to build it, but it's not like there was two very different environments.
See this room back here is like a board room with windows, and while we were doing our workout, Tia went into there and got her body work done, but she didn't like.
Well, if you go back 1, 2, behind the proven wall there too is like the competitors' space. So there's a whole extra, and they were in there exercising when we arrived.
Yeah, they were doing workouts and stuff because obviously it was when we were here. It was like 2 weeks before their semi-final, but all their bikes are all lined up and all sign written.
We must have sworn again.
Another. Oh well, sorry, Neshi.
Is Tiara a cyborg?
Yes, she is. She was in there. See this bed over to the left there? That's where she was in, getting her robot bits reattached or whatever they do. But they showed us some good bar muscle up drills. The coach here gave me a cue for bar muscle ups that made them way better. Watch out, coming in hot for the next open.
We got a video. We didn't get a video of the drill. That it was actually really good, but I'm excited to come back and use it on everyone because my core was fried from like 5 reps.
What else? What else do you guys want to know? That's Nashville. That's the classic.
Nikita wants to go, no, best and worst food in the US. Well, Franklin's barbecue lived up to the hype.
Franklin's was fucking great.
Justin bought a shirt that said Franklin's worth the wait. And it we waited for almost 2 hours, but it really was worth the wait in comparison to, what was the other one called? Black's?
Terry Black's barbecue.
Terry Black's
there was no wait there, so they pumped us through in 20 minutes.
So we went to Franklin's on the first day and waited and had time to like take in the environment and work out what we were going to order. And then the next day we went to Terry Black's because it's also a famous smoke meat restaurant, and literally just like funneled in, funneled out, and before you could blink, you had food and you were back outside looking for somewhere to sit with it. And I was like, if this had been our first experience, I would have been like, why do people rave about this?
What's Nikita saying here? All level 1 coaches. What does that mean? How many people were in your class? All level 1 coaches.
The guy there was a level 3.
And he was a good coach.
And he was a good, that's why we went to that specific class. I've been doing a little bit of Instagram stalking mostly. If you can see the schedule for the gym, and then I can find out like on the affiliate map what level that person has, or on the Instagram what level they have. And we've been picking classes specifically for like coaches who have done some more training, which is why we ended up in Bill's class at Bill Grundler's gym too, because I saw his name on the schedule and I was like, holy shit.
I don't know what's happening here, but this is CrossFit Inferno, which was, so basically we went to the West Coast Classic, which is in LA. And then after that, on Memorial Day, we did Murph in LA. And then we drove to, I don't know why I paused it there. It's a terrible spot to pause.
Justin's been reverse filming sometimes where
he
films when he's not meant to be and doesn't film when he is meant to be.
So we drove from LA to Santa Cruz over a couple of days, and CrossFit Inferno is in San Luis Obispo, which is like halfway. So it was a good place to stop. And look, that Bill Grundler, OG. And look at him. He's watching me and he's literally going, no, dude, no, that sucks. You should not be in my class and I want to boot you out. But because you're a drop-in, I'm just going to not say anything. No, he was a great coach. And it was literally like when we chatted when we chatted to him after the class, it was like listening to a podcast. They exercise hard too. This was the day. Was this the day after Murph? This was the day after Murph, and there was a strength and Metcon with a lot of squatting.
There was, with the strength we did was 2 sets of like 10, 7, 5, 3, 2 front squats, then repeat that. And then we did a workout that had a 15-minute time cap on it.
CrossFit Inferno, how old? At least 12, 14 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. It's
15 maybe.
It is as OG as you would want to get. Like,
and Nikki,
it was
just to jump back quickly, in that specific class at Proven, we went at midday and that had 8 people in it. And we were 2 of those 8, but it was a midday class. But yeah, old school.
Old school.
I mean,
and
look at the gym.
It was awesome. And there was a pooch at this gym. Wait till you see it.
This is the one that reminded me of Ted.
Yeah. What's this? Oh,
It's
yeah.
behind
Look
Bill.
at him. He's always watching me. Oh, he doesn't like that. Clean. He did give me some clean coaching, actually. That was good. Look at him. Yeah, see? Chest up, you idiot. Chest up. Up.
And he stayed to watch. Oh, he grimaced a little bit, though.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't like it.
The point of those cleans was meant to be you get to them and they're so heavy that you're like, oh, my God, what is this?
Yeah. But, yeah, this is it. This is CrossFit Inferno. It was very cool. Old school gym. This is the pooch. It doesn't look as big here as what it is, but it was big.
Hello. Dexter running around. Where's my frisbee?
And then after class, Bill wrestles with Dexter.
The guy at the gym was like, no one knows this, but the reason why Bill's so fit is because he plays with Dexter after every class. OG CrossFit programming grind work. Yeah, this was a little more than OG CrossFit programming, though, because this wasn't just one thing in the day. This was like, you know, that would have been an hour and 20-minute class at Dauntless.
Yeah.
If you were to put all the pieces. And we did run over time.
So this was the workout for anyone that cares. Or the workouts, strength, and then a little Metcon. And this was the day after Murph, when they did Murph as well, but we did it at a different gym.
Yeah. Anyway.
What else?
Going back to the other question about good and bad food. Is that what it was? What's the good food? We haven't had, because everything is so expensive, we haven't really eaten out a lot like you would, I guess, at home when you're traveling and you know there's places you want to go to.
I had a Pop-Tart. This is a Pop-Tart.
That was his breakfast.
You actually put this in a toaster. It's got jam in it, and then it's got like a biscuity crust, and then it actually had fucking icing on it, and you put it in a toaster and eat it.
That's breakfast in America.
It was horrible. Anyway. Ooh, we saw we saw seals? Were they seals? What are these things? Seals.
Sea lions? Are they the littler ones we saw?
These were everywhere, just on the beach. Look at him.
And you can't tell this from the picture, but
look, he's just rubbing his hands.
Yeah, and then they scratch
They
themselves.
give him a little scratch on the side. They were all just snoozing on the beach. And it was very cool because you could just drive up. This wasn't at a zoo or something. It's just on the side of the road. This is just a place that they like to hang out.
Grant said they sell Pop-Tarts in Australia, and he used to have chocolate ones all the time when he was doing bodybuilding. What benefit do Pop-Tarts have to your bodybuilding, Grant?
Coming in hot. I think he wants a Pop-Tart. Yeah, that was very cool. That was that Pismo Beach? Where was that?
Pismo Beach. That's where we were before Santa Cruz, yes.
Pismo Beach?
Yep.
Sure?
Yep.
No.
I can check.
Yeah, the photos don't look as good because it looks like they're all maybe dead, but they're not dead. They're all just snoozing.
Yeah, Pismo Beach.
Pismo Beach.
Or San Simeon.
San Simeon. Sorry, this was San Simeon.
Cheat meal. That's what you chose for your cheat meal, Grant? That's sad.
Look, they just rumble in the waves just to see who's better at opening their mouth really wide and headbutting each other.
Bye, Grant. Bye, Eilish.
I'll see you guys. Thanks for hanging out for our terrible podcast.
Yeah. Thanks for being with us when we were late and then hanging around for so long while we sorted our stuff out.
But yeah, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the rest can wait for a future podcast unless anyone has anything specific they want to see. I know Grant wanted to see.
Well, Grant will just have to come back another time for Yosemite.
Right. He'll have to come back for Yosemite.
Yes, you too. See you soon. Any questions, anyone? Otherwise, maybe we will save the rest for another time.
Yeah, anything before we sign off?
Maybe we'll do, you can do some, what is it? Sunday morning viewing next week for people. We'll try and get the time right. You can lay in bed at 8 a.m. Where are you now?
We're in Vegas, baby.
And it is...
I'll give you, let's fast forward to right now. Today, Hoover Dam. It's fucking insane that people built this in the 30s, like almost 100 years ago. So
it was over 100 years ago, wasn't it?
1931 to 35.
Oh, I thought it was the 1800s.
No, 1931 to 35. This is the Hoover Dam. That's like it. Yeah, it was. We did a tour of it. This thing, they built this 100 years ago. It's crazy. That's Elena. This is us inside the generator section of the Hoover Dam where it generates the power. There are all the generators along there.
I don't need to see this stuff.
No, but this is where we are today.
We're in Vegas.
We're in Vegas. This is the Bellagio with the fountains that play to some song.
Vegas is not my favorite place.
I
don't belong here.
Elena doesn't love Vegas. Did he do a trick here?
Oh, maybe.
No.
Oh, just that.
It's pretty wild, as you would imagine. It's just Vegas.
It just takes your money. I don't like staying up late. You got to stay up late to see anything.
But we're here because it's currently 100 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, and it's been a heat wave like that for probably 10 days or something. So all of the national parks that we wanted to visit, they're too hot, and we needed a little break after Yosemite. So
our bodies needed a break after Yosemite.
Our bodies need to break. The accommodation is cheap in Vegas because they want you to gamble. So we could get good, cheap accommodation with a kitchen, a pool, and all that kind of stuff. So we can cook our own food and just hang around the pool. And then we went onto the strip last night to get these photos and videos and stuff. And we didn't really like it. I gambled and I lost all of our money. All $60.
There was no magic story that came out of it where we came out rich and we had the best time.
No, it's just a big city. This Sphere thing is insane. Like, this is a screen bigger than any building in Bendigo. It's ridiculous. Vegas is crazy. I don't know what the point of it is, but it is what it is. So that's where we are now.
Zombie land.
Right next to our hotel is basically a zombie hotel where they've demolished most of it. It's a weird town. You can drink on the streets, doesn't matter. So the demolished hotel.
It was hot. Everything's hot. It's like 40 degrees every day for the next 10 days here.
Everything's hot. You grab a drink and you walk in and you walk past like a Statue of Liberty and then a Eiffel Tower. And they're all just miniature things anyway.
Inside the casino where Justin spent all his money and had no fun doing it, which was probably the most disappointing part. Happy to lose money if you have fun. There was a chapel in there, but no, we did not.
We also saw a mini Twister, I guess you would call it, which is our first one. It was cool. was a little concerned that as it went across the road, it was going to start throwing cars and buses and stuff.
Cows.
But it actually did nothing. So obviously, rookie. I was pretty excited, and then it started again on the other side of the road and just kept twisting. But yeah, it didn't toss any cars over the place. But I've never seen anything that big before. And otherwise, that's us. We're in Vegas. It's the desert, man. Everything around here is just empty desert, other than Vegas.
Yep. Like if the strip wasn't there, there'd be nothing there.
Yep. Otherwise, that's it. Anything else?
We'll come back another day and we'll show you Yosemite.
Yeah,
Yosemite's been my favorite part so far.
Yosemite was the best part so far. There's some big trees that Yelena checked out. There's a little taste of Yosemite.
We've been getting sad. We looked into renting an RV or a van while we were here, but it was just so expensive. And now every time one drives past, it's just sadness.
Yeah.
Sadness.
There's a lot of vans over here.
Sadness.
Very fancy ones. Everyone's got so much money. Anyway, I hope your guys are doing well, having fun, doing Murph. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks to the 8 of you watching.
Yeah, thanks to the 8 of you guys watching. That's
if
really
you want
nice.
to say goodbye in the comments, we'd love to see your name if you haven't said anything yet.
Yeah. No, nothing? Okay.
Don't be shy, guys. Girls.
Nothing.
Well, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Think about your questions for next time.
Just going back through, there's a lot of comments about dollars.
Yeah, I think maybe every time we said shit, that might have been $1 because we didn't swear other than that, I don't think.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Bye. Okay, bye.
Oh, well.
Goodbye.
Bye, Nikita.
Bye.
Bye, Jim.